Hello and welcome guys. So in this video we will discuss about Amazon Redshift. So this playlist is going to be in 3 parts. In first part we will see what is big data and what is Amazon Redshift and what is the difference between data warehouse and data lake. And in the second video of this playlist we will see the architecture of Amazon Redshift and what is the key difference between Amazon Redshift and PostgreSQL. And in the last video we will see one of the most powerful and popular command of Amazon Redshift, which is copy command and unload command. And also we'll discuss in detail about loading and unloading in Amazon Redshift. So first of all, let's discuss what's the need of Amazon Redshift. So we will discuss about big data. Okay, so what is big data? So big data, you can think of it as a data which is in very large volume and with high velocity. Let me give you one example. So millions or billions of users are using YouTube and they are generating data, and YouTube is taking your data and processing your data, and on the basis of your taste YouTube is recommending you content. And for YouTube, millions or billions of users data is coming in a very large volume and also with a very high velocity. So for YouTube, your data is like a big data. Okay, so the average person generate 1.7 MB of data per second, and the world has 94 zettabytes of data as of 2022, and it has been estimated that world will create, consume and store over 180 zettabytes of data by 2025. You are seeing this stats almost in 3 years. World is going to generate and consume almost twice of the data as of now. Okay, and here the average person generate 1.7 MB of data. That's a very big number. And this point 4 says that the average company analyzes 37 to 40% of its data, and company that use big data solution increase the profit by average of 8%, also 10% reduction in cost. So here company is analyzing just 37 to 40% of data, and after processing this 37 to 40% of data, they are increasing their profit by an average of 8%, and also they are reducing their cost with 10%. So that's a very big profit. That's the reason 24% of executives says that they would describe their company as data driven. So after getting this much of profit by utilizing just 37 to 40% of data, majority of companies are moving towards data driven approach. They are using users data and utilizing the data to understand the market so that they can give you a very good product. So that's the need of big data to the company. And to process this data and to store this data, we need some services. Okay, so Amazon Redshift is a fully managed data warehouse service in the cloud. In simple word, Amazon Redshift is a data warehouse. There is a lot of other services like Google Cloud also provide data warehouse service. Even Microsoft also provide data warehouse service. But here our discussion is on Amazon Redshift. So Amazon Redshift is also one of the data warehouse service. Okay, now what is data warehouse? So before discussing about data warehouse, we will see what is data lake first. So data lake is also a type of architecture that can handle huge volume of data that most organizations produce without the need of structure it first. Okay, it's like a place where your organization put all the data, whether it is structured, unstructured or semi-structured. Structured data is like a data which is having some predefined format. You can think of it as all the relational database table which is having rows and column, and all the schemas of those table is predefined. So that type of data comes under structured data. And the data like PDFs, audio, video files, these type of data is unstructured data, which don't have any structure, which don't have any constraint of the file type or the size of the data and what type of data it will hold. No information is known. So that type of data is unstructured data, and semi-structured data is in between structured and unstructured data. It's like a CSV file. That is semi-structured data. Okay, so all type of data, whether it is structured data or unstructured data or semi-structured data, all type of data can be handled by this data lake architecture. Let's take again the example of YouTube. So whatever data is being generated by the user, initially that data don't have any structure, so all the data will go in the data lake of the YouTube. Okay, so that's the data lake. And what is data warehouse? So data warehouse is a place where only highly structured and unified data lives in a data warehouse to support specific business intelligence and analytic needs. Suppose organization wants to perform some business intelligence or analytics task, so they need some structured data. So to put all the structured data, there is a place called data warehouse. So inside data warehouse, organization put all the structured data. Suppose some business intelligence or analytics team wants to perform some task, then they will go inside data warehouse and they will access the data and perform their task. Okay, so this is a place where all highly structured and unified data is stored. So this is Amazon Redshift. As we have seen in previous slide, this slide, Amazon Redshift is a fully managed data warehouse service in the cloud. Okay, now we will see the difference between data lake and data warehouse. So in data warehouse, relational data from transactional system, operational databases and line of business application. So these type of data are stored in the data warehouse. The data which follow RDBMS guidelines, which is having definite schema and follow all the asset property, these type of data are stored in data warehouse. Okay, and in data lake, all data including structured, semi-structured and unstructured data exist in data lake. Okay, and second point says that highly curated data that serves as a central version of the truth, schema on write or schema on read. Okay, so it's saying that the data which exists inside data warehouse has some schema, predefined schema. So suppose we are reading some data or writing some data, then before writing some data we have to define schema. So we need this schema, only then we can access the data. Okay, so these data are very highly curated, and also the schema of the data is predefined, and any data that may or may not be curated. And in data lake, any type of data, any raw data we can store inside data lake. Okay, and this third point is very important point. It says that fastest query result using local storage. This data warehouse query execution become faster by using local storage. As if we are querying on the data, if we are applying some SQL query on the data, like select column from this table. Okay, so we are running any query in the data warehouse to access that data, then that data goes with multiple stages. So in some stage it goes with local storage also, and after that it goes with your cloud storage. Okay, so by using local storage, data warehouse query execution become faster, and in data lake, query result getting faster using low cost storage and decoupling of compute and storage. Data lake optimizes its query result using low cost storage. Low cost storage, you can understand that data lake uses some data compression technique, using which its query result getting faster and also decoupling of compute and storage. These are some cost optimization feature to minimize the cost. They perform some parallel processing in the compute node and also in storage to optimize their query. This part we will discuss in detail when I will explain you architecture of Amazon Redshift. There we will discuss that what is this compute node and all these things. Okay, so that's all about this video. In next video we will see the architecture of Amazon Redshift, and also we will talk about what is leader node and compute node and what is this Redshift managed storage and what are these JDBC, ODBC, and all the things which is showed here. Okay, so thank you guys. Thanks a lot for watching this video. We'll meet in next video.